Now, in this video, we're just going to look at multiple warehouse locations, how to set them up, how to tag your stock items, and how to manage it on a basic level. So in order to add a second location, we go to Menu, Stock, and Stock Maintenance Tables. And in here on the left-hand side, near the bottom, I can go in and click on Locations. And in here, I set up two locations. LO1 is the main warehouse, and LO2 is just called Warehouse 2. You can name them whatever you like. The location type is important because a warehouse is somewhere you can buy and sell stock in and out of. If I click on that, there are some other options there. You can set up a holding area that you don't buy and sell out of. You can set up a truck. Some people keep stock in a truck, and that's fine too. So this is just looking at an example of a business that has a main warehouse and maybe has a second warehouse that they have items in as well, and they can buy and sell from that location too. So I'll close back out of here. And now I'm going to go into stock items, and I'm going to pick up a stock item. I'm going to pick up a hat. So let's say we look at this awesome purple hat. And what I need to do is I need to click on General at the top of the screen. And then down here, I click on Switches. And if I click the Edit button, over on the right-hand side there, I need to say whether this item can have multiple locations or not. So I say, yes, this item can have multiple locations. And you might notice there's an option there for bins, and you can have bin locations within a warehouse, and you can have multiple bins, and we might cover that in a separate video. For now, I just want to keep this simple about locations. So I'm going to click Save, and now we've told this stock item that it can handle multiple locations. And if I click back on the main details in the top left, over here where we have our selling price, just above that, we can click on Locations Bins on that tab there. And what I need to do is add in our second location to that as well. Now you can have different minimum and maximum stock levels for each location and things like that as well. But now we've told this stock item number one that it can handle multiple locations, and we've added on which of the locations this stock item might be in. So that's important. And I'm just going to copy this stock code here. Now you'll notice that in the main warehouse here, our quantity on hand is minus 83. So the first thing I'm going to do, just to give you more of an idea of how you can use different areas in the system, is I'm going to go in here to Stock Adjustments, and I'm going to enter in that stock code, and we can see it defaults to LO1 up here, and I want to increase the quantity from minus 83 to plus 100, so I'm going to put in 183 there. We'll say that it's because it's an incorrect quantity. We'll add that on to our adjustment batch, and then we just close out of there, and I'll just say, yes, I did print a report, and do I want to save the adjustments? I do, and that's that. So now if I go back into that stock item again, and look at my locations, now I can see that in the main warehouse, I have 100 of those stock items there. Let's say I wanted to order from a supplier and I wanted to add in 200 into the second location, into the second warehouse. I can go into purchases and purchases. I can pick a supplier, change invoice to order. In the bottom right, click create new docket and document lines to add on stock items. I'm going to add on this stock item here. I'm going to say I want 200 of those. And on this screen here, over to the right, I'm going to click on the location and say that I want 200, I want to order 200 of those for LO2. So I add that on. Now we can see some more information. I can click on that line there, and I can go back to the stock item here. And if I click on the locations bins tab, now I can see that I've got 200 on order for LO2. I haven't got them in stock yet, but they are on order. When I receipt them in, I'll then have them in stock. So I'll close back out of there, and I'll close this PO. that just gives you an idea. Once you convert that into a goods received note or a purchase delivery, it will increase your stock into that location. And you can have a PO with stock for different locations as well. If I want to sell that item, I'm just going to click into sales. And let's say we're doing a cash sale and it's an invoice, that's fine. Just pop in the stock item there. And here I can see my quantity on hand is 100. But if I click on, and I can see my quantity on order for suppliers is 201 because we're looking at all locations. But I can click on my location quantities here and get a breakdown of each location, what I have, and what's the info, what quantities do I have in each location or coming into each location. And let's say it's often the case where the second warehouse location maybe doesn't actually have any people in it really, it doesn't have any computers. So even though you might sell the stock from that location, you might dispatch it from that location. It doesn't matter where you are because in the main head office or the main warehouse, you can choose a location here. So I can click on there and I can say which location I want to take it out of. I'm going to click LO1 because I don't have any quantity in LO2. And I can click OK just to add that on there. And now that's added that on. And you can finish off your cash sale and away you go. So those are the things you need to do when considering multiple locations. You've got to set up the location. You've got to set up your stock items, what stock items are subject to or can be in multiple locations, and what are the locations that stock item does not really be in as well. If you've got lots of stock items, you can always contact Profile ERP software support at softwaresupport@profilet.ie. Happy to help. Take care.